Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we're finna react to the worst cartoon towns to live in. Off rip, South Park. South Park is the worst one to live in. That's just off rip. South Park is the worst one to live in. Let's see here. For a human, I guess Bikini Bottoms for a human. And then the next worst town would probably be, I guess you could say, Quahog for Family Guy. I guess. I'm trying to think like the worst cartoon towns of all time. Yeah, them the only three I could think of off the top of my head. Unless we want to include the Looney Tunes, but that's a universe, not a town. So I digress. But Looneyville. But then again, anything can happen there. If Michael Jordan can jump from the free throw line and stretch his arm out to about 30 fucking feet long, I think Looney Tuneville is not as bad as it seems. But anyways, though, let's get right into it.
Today, we're talking about the worst cartoon towns to live in. And I gotta start with the Bikini Bottom. And yeah, I know this is like the third video in a row I've talked about SpongeBob, but I can't make this video without talking about the Bikini Bottom. Like, the Bikini Bottom citizens are some of the most assholish residents I've ever seen. These must be hating on everyone and everything, man. Like, when Ms. Puff introduced Flash to her class, this was their reaction.
Just go ahead and sit anywhere you like.
Bro, they got the masks on and everything too, bro. Like, they couldn't have made their hatred any more obvious. And I always gotta bring up the time they beat up this innocent old man up twice over a little misunderstanding. They didn't.
I mean, to be fair, SpongeBob could have put a little bit more context in that. So that's really SpongeBob's fault, if we're being honest.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Even bother doing a little bit of investigating. This was just their excuse to take out their anger and hatred on someone for the day. And I mean, shit, sometimes they don't even need an excuse. Like, they were just being racist to Sandy in that one episode just because she was a squirrel. They were calling her a dumbass in every way possible. And respect to Sandy for keeping her together, because best believe them niggas would have been catching these hands. Okay, so after dealing with all these hating ass fish, you decide to get something to eat at the Krusty Krab, the best restaurant in the Bikini Bottom. I mean, with the way these fish be fiending for them patties, man, that must be busting. So you place your order and you take a bite and nearly shit your fucking guts out just because cheapskate Mr. Krabs was trying to save a few cents on some patty. Oh, and don't forget, Plankton always has to come for his daily visit and blow it up for the 5 billionth time. And bro, the cops are some of the most incompetent niggas ever. Like, take this Strangler episode. After SpongeBob tattles on this dude for littering, the cops pull up and cuff his ass. But turns out this guy is actually the Tattletale Strangler, and he strangles anyone who snitches on him. And apparently the cops didn't cuff him up enough because he ends up getting out. And the cops are like,
well, shit, nigga, figure it out yourself. This ain't our problem.
Like, the f you mean this is not your problem? It's your job. But arguably worse than the Bikini Bottom is South Park. Like, the Bikini Bottom citizens might be assholes, but the South Park citizens are just insane.
Man, South Park is probably the worst place to live. Super fucking racist. Let's just get that out the way right now. Let's just get it out the way right now. Super fucking racist. Some of the weirdest shit be going on there. The mayor is terrible. Try to think what else. The mayor is terrible. Officer Barbrady is fucking terrible. The people there are just terrible. One of the worst places to live, bro. South Park is definitely number one on my list.
They take their dumbassery to Olympic level. Like in the episode Goobacks, a bunch of immigrants from the future go back in time to South Park looking for jobs. But they end up taking all the jobs, leaving the people in South Park with no jobs. So to stop them from existing, all the guys get into a huge gay pipe. Like, yeah,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
all hey, yo, gay, then that means babies will be born, but like, bro, what the f? Then there's the episode where Stan and Cartman break a dam, causing a huge flood in Beaverton. And the scientists decide that the flood was actually caused by global warming, which causes the entire town to panic. Yeah, niggas were just tripping over nothing. This is the only town in fiction that would let a 10-year-old lead a Nazi march because their people think it's just a Mel Gibson fan club. The only town where you'd see a bunch of grown-ass men bouncing around in their huge cancerous balls. Hey, yo! Smoke weed. And if you thought the Bikini Bottom cops were bad, just wait until you hear about the South Park cops. Bro, like, the Man Bear Pig episode just really shows us how ass these cops really are. So, pretty much in the episode, Man Bear Pig is just going around South Park brutally.
Hey, yo, what the
and
fuck?
some cops get a call about a dead kid at the elementary school. And this was the detective's reaction.
All right, which one of you little shitheads did this? Come on. I don't have time for these little games. Which one of you peckers felt isolated and lashed out at society?
Like, how the f do you see that? And then conclude it's a school shooting. Then the detective...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Cartman and Kenny, just so he can go home and play some Red Dead Redemption 2. And even when the deaths get worse, this nigga's still like, yup, definitely a school shooting. Actual dumbass, bro. And this town is always just going through the dumbest from giant killer guinea pigs to Satan himself. And if all that somehow didn't convince you that South Park is literally hell on earth, all I gotta say is one name: Eric Cartman. We all know the destruction this little demon is capable of. Next, Quahog, also home to some absolute dumbasses, but this town wouldn't even be that bad to live in if it weren't for one family. The Griffins, specifically Peter. Like, I found this Reddit post that said that Peter's killed about 1,000 to 1,500 people throughout the whole show. I mean, this nigga does like blowing up hospitals, and don't forget the chicken fights that destroy so much and kill God knows how many people. Stewie's also pretty bad. Like, he was partly responsible for starting wars and mass destruction across the world. I mean, yeah, like, the whole family's just bad. Lock them up and Quahog would be so much safer. But still, I mean, the citizens themselves are pretty bad too. Next, Springfield, really not that bad compared to all the other towns. Like, yeah, living next to a...
But I don't think Springfield is that bad, bro. Springfield, maybe the nuclear plant and Mr. Burns and his evil ways. But aside from that, though, Springfield is pretty normal.
Nuclear plants will probably get you cancer in your 30s. And yeah, sometimes the citizens are assholes. But as long as you stay away from Homer, you can live a pretty normal life.
Teenagers.
Next, Dimsdale, bro. This town...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Crazy. Like, everyone here is so unbelievably stupid. And then, like, the most random shit happens daily just because one dumbass kid has fairy godparents. One day you're flying into the sun, the next you're losing your shit because you can't fall asleep for some reason. But still, I mean, low-key, I kind of understand why Timmy is so selfish with his wishes. Like, if everyone around me was this dumb and annoying, I wouldn't care either. Next, any musical town or city like the one from the Lorax where everyone's always singing all the time. And don't get me wrong, at first this shit would be fire. Imagine waking up and everyone's like, good morning. Man, I'd have to bust a move. But after a week, that shit would get mad annoying. Even worse, imagine getting diagnosed with cancer and then your whole family dies or some shit like that. And you wake up to, what a beautiful day it is, Sneedville. Bro, I would lose my shit. Bro, I understand where the Grinch was coming from, bro. Like, imagine just listening to all those annoying ass niggas singing songs all the time, bro. Bro, he was in the rights. Like, shut your bitch asses up. God damn. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video.
Wait, what? You didn't talk about Gravity Falls? You didn't talk about Powerpuff Girls? You didn't talk about this? You didn't talk about that?
Yeah, I know I missed a bunch of other towns and stuff, but like, bro, I would get mad bored after like the 10th one. So let me know which ones I missed in the comments down below. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one. Most definitely, I disagree with Springfield. I think Springfield is perfectly normal. Aside from the nuclear plant and Mr. Burns, Springfield is pretty normal. That's why I didn't say them in the beginning. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, deuces.